Turn this down. Come over here playing this stupid Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. I should be on Halo. Right then. Anyways, guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. Here we are again on the 40th episode of Breaking Debates, and we are going to talk about one of my most beloved and favorite video game franchises. In fact, just media franchises all around. Halo. So Ken done joined it again, and I didn't know he was a Halo fan until he said something.
Oh yeah, love Halo.
Yeah, and sorry for the last couple of weeks. Last week I was out of town, and then the week before that, they got some more technical. Weren't you busy?
I was on that one with the soccer game going on.
Yeah.
We've had a little bit of roughness, but we're back to business.
Yeah, but
that grunt's about to execute that dude.
Yeah, I like him. That's the carpenter.
Yep.
Oh yeah, this is Halo 2. Oh yeah, okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump on off of there.
We're so nerding out. Let's go back to Halo. The original Halo came out in 2001. Brought to you conveniently by Bungie.
Halo Combat Evolved.
Yep. Back in 2001. So we're talking 2017. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, soon to be 12 games out of the Halo series. 5 which are really more pertinent to our storyline that we know of, which is Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo ODST, which is kind of the introduction of the War of the Humans and introduction of the Spartans into the Halo world, Halo 4, and Halo 5 Guardians. Those are your main storylines.
Halo Reach was the one that started it.
Reach was the big thing. ODST was taking place on a Reach.
Yeah. You're right.
Because that's where we learn. We basically what Halo covers is basically a storyline following a character we know very well as the Master Chief.
Yes.
And he is what is called a Spartan. I believe he's actually a Spartan 2, which are basically cybernetically enhanced humans for war, basically.
Yeah.
Some of them range around 8 foot tall and about 300 or 400 pounds in armor and all the goodies that they carry along with them. And we follow Master Chief throughout this whole series and follow him as well as what's going on, which is a war that was started by the group called the Covenant. And they are basically a mixture of, I think, 5 races? Well,
no, it's more
classes.
It's I want to say it's about 7 or 8.
Well, yeah, we kind of learn some more later on in the series. Because we have they're basically the leadership or the High Council, and working their way down through their soldier lines of elites, which are pretty monstrous dudes, grunts, which are even bigger than them, all the way down to the little what do they call the little rat guys? I keep forgetting the little annoying ones you like to kill a lot.
Yeah, those are the grunts. The jackals are the ones with the shields.
Yep.
The elites are the tall ones.
Yeah, they're 8 foot tall, and then you have the big dudes. Where's all my characters?
Oh man, I can't even think of what they call. What?
I'm sitting there looking at them. They have that big explosive hammer, and you would think that we would play the game and we would remember all this stuff. But
those
honestly,
are
there's so much brutes.
Yeah,
yes.
I thought you were talking about the other one, the tank ones.
No, not the tank dudes. Yeah, they're later on, but the most of the storyline really focuses on, as we go through the storyline, we learn that many bazillion years ago, and if you have not played Halo, here comes the spoilers to ruin your day. Way back when, there was a race called the Forerunners, basically what we would consider advanced humans. And they spread themselves throughout the galaxy, making everything cool and awesome and happy. And they were masters of science and technology and artificial intelligence. You name it, they did it. However, they ran into something called the Flood. Now, the Flood would be like your equivalent of a bioorganic Star Trek Borg.
Mixed with like the Blob.
Yeah, with the Blob, or even the talking guy, talking Seymour, feed me character.
Yeah,
they have like what's called the Overmind. It's a hive mind, and they basically absorb and control whatever they get their hands on. And the Forerunners ran into them and decided that this was too dangerous of a race, and they created where we learn Halo is the giant rings that they created. These are worlds, and I don't even remember how well the projected these rings are. I mean, they support, they used to support hundreds of thousands of people on these rings, like a big planet, but it's a giant ring. But they actually had another purpose, which was to remove the Flood, wipe everything out of existence.
Yeah, as well as like a contingency plan.
Yeah, it was a failsafe. They were not wanting to use it, but they had, I think it was called the Ark, which was hidden out of our world. It was hidden in a dimension that we could not access. Nobody could access as a failsafe, because if Halo fired, which is a series of, I believe it was 7 rings total.
I want to say maybe about 9, but probably was 7.
Yeah.
I know in the third game it had to be about 6 of them.
Yeah, because one was being still built when we exit. I think it's between 2 and 3, we found out there was one more being built, but they were basically created as a last-ditch effort to save whatever life was left. And the Ark, basically, the concept of the Forerunners and the Ark was to save whatever life they could get their hands on, digitize them into a safe space, put them in a place where they can't be found until it's time, and then fire off the weapon. Yep. Never happened. Halo never got fired. And so the Forerunners pretty much lost their battle with the Flood, and the Flood kind of went into they were kind of contained a little bit there in one of the Halo stations, and they didn't really have anything to feed on, so they just kind of hung out. But now we run into Earth and the Covenant, and they start knockdown, drag-out fights, basically over the Covenant's leadership pretty much knew about the humans and the Forerunners and basically didn't agree with it, and they kind of secretly did their own little plan to get rid of everybody, and so it was only them. And that's kind of
which that always made me wonder, did they really know, like, because you know how they always acted as if this was like they always acted like this was like a religion.
Well, it was. They kind of formed it. I was trying to find a little article I had on that they talked about how High Clarity and the upper echelon of the Covenant, the leadership looked like vultures, basically, or vulture turtles, if you would think of a picture of them. They basically knew about all this, but all the people below them, all the grunts and elites and all their downplays, did not. They didn't clue them into it. And so you basically, it became a religion for them. And they basically wanted to get rid of anything that would threaten that. And basically their leadership was trying to get rid of the humans and find everything they could. In fact, actually, while they were looking for some of the Forerunner technology, the things that would allow them to go where they needed to go, that's where they run into the humans on the planet of Reach.
Yeah.
Which is where our hero, basically John 117, as a child, became Master Chief in the Spartan program. And I think he was the only survivor out of the assault on Reach to become a Spartan 3. He got upgrades. And also ended up with an artificial intelligence named Cortana.
The most badass AI in game history. Don't care what nobody say.
She's pretty badass. It's through the whole series you see kind of the relationship of an artificially intelligent being and pretty much the loner badass. Also, the story with our Spartan Master Chief, develop. From basically, she was the fall of Autumn's artificial intelligence, which was the first ship to run into the Halo rings, trying to get away from combat from the bad guys in our story. And he was one of the first people to reach Halo. We ran into, I think it was Guilty Spark 343.
Yeah.
Now, if I pulled that out, I'd be amazed.
I think that actually is it.
Holy crap! Wow, it's been a little while. Now these stations have kind of like a little what do you want to call them? Butler, keeper, who basically flies around keeping the place up to shape because they're still expecting the Forerunners to return. So all these rings are basically worlds that they would occupy. So they've been kept clean and serviceable and running, waiting, and then the humans show up and they're like, "Who are you? What's going on here?" And they don't handle the news very well that the Forerunners don't exist anymore. At least in their knowledge base, they don't exist. I would like to see them come. Well, we actually kind of do see them come back in
4.
In 4. Because our enemy, our bad guys of our storyline here, absorb organic material. So a human, Covenant, whatever you are, you're going to become part of the team, whether you like it or not. And so the Forerunners, a group of Forerunners, basically, I guess there would be their elite guard. What do you think? What would you consider the Revenants?
You talking about the Prometheans?
Prometheans, god dang. Yeah, Prometheans.
Yeah, that'd be like...
They're kind of like an elite guard, I guess? Yeah. Or kind of a last-ditch effort on the Forerunners extreme?
Yeah, I'd say that's about their guards, their elite guards.
Yeah, they were kind of they were like the last-ditch effort. In fact, let's go to Halo 4.
Yeah, the Prometheans were like a means to like temporarily... Because you know how the Flood usually, they normally absorb organic material.
Correct.
What they Forerunners were planning to do was they were supposed to digitize their population and put them in the Prometheans. So when they activated Halo, it wouldn't kill them. And they would then, after they activated it, they would then turn around and like undigitize themselves.
Yes.
But it didn't work.
Nope.
They couldn't undigitize themselves.
They were pretty much screwed as they were. But there's even more storyline. I mean, there's a lot more that goes into it, which was really cool because I haven't actually physically got to play that game yet. I'm still stuck on 3, which I've been stuck on 3 for like, I don't know, 10 years. I had Halo 1, I had Halo 2, and then when Halo 3 came out, you had to go buy a freaking Xbox 360. And me, being a poor guy that I am, could not go buy an Xbox 360. So we wait many years. And I get a Xbox One with the limited edition Halo, basically 1 through 4.
Yeah.
And so I got that one, and it's cool because they also updated the graphics. So you can play old school or new school.
Yeah.
And new school is really kick-ass. If you have an Xbox, definitely with the 1 and the new style, looks so much better. The detail is night and day difference. It's that good. A lot of details you may have missed in the first movies, the first games, are so much clearer and better in the enhanced series.
Yeah.
Definitely worth your time and effort to get it. Definitely.
Out of the 3 that you played so far, which one do you think is actually your favorite or possesses the best storyline?
Well, what hooked me on Halo, because I like science fiction. We've talked about many different series on here. Yeah. And I like science fiction, and just, I don't know, I heard all these people talking about Halo, you got to play Halo, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And I started reading about it online. I was like, man, that kind of looks interesting. And I kind of like, every bit of it is a different story. Halo 1 was great. You got through it. Halo 2, you added extra features, more story to it. And then you learned more about the Halo and stuff as you keep going. And to me, I can't really say I have a completely favorite one right now because 1 got me started, 2 I was doing pretty good, 3 I'm about halfway through. I have read 4 or 5 ODST and all those. So I mean, I'm involved in the story. I haven't physically played it.
Yeah.
The one that really sparked my interest really was 4 for sure.
Yeah, I 4 is my favorite.
And I because it just, I mean, I've watched all the when they discover the Ark and all the things that go on, and Master Chief, is a never-ending character. I mean, he's been beat down, shot in space, blown up, vaporized, you name it. The guy has had every crap thing happen to him. I mean, horrible things have happened to this guy.
Still goes hard.
And on top of, he could give up at any moment if he wanted to, but he opts not to. That's what makes the character so cool to me. And even though he's been outdated by his own, physical technology of his, basically what would be his life support, he still gets upgrades here and there, but he still keeps on trucking.
Yeah.
And as we watch his relationship with Cortana. She's still an artificial being. She's an AI. I think was only programmed to live, what they say, 8 years. I think in this series,
7 years, somewhere around now.
Yeah, and so in our storyline, we've gone about that long. So Cortana is having problems keeping functioning because her time is up. I mean, her lifespan is reaching to a point where she can no longer sustain herself.
Mm-hmm.
And the relationship between the Master Chief and her, I mean, they've basically been best buds from the beginning, literally, from literally the time they met the fall of Autumn to literally everything that's happened to him. She's been there. And in, I think it was 4, she was taken away.
That was literally one of the sad. Oh my Lord, I cried. That was one of the saddest moments I've ever seen in a video game.
And that's how deep people have gotten into the storyline, because you don't see this as a game anymore. I mean, if you've read the books, you've even stepped further into the storyline.
Yep, books are real good.
And the books are very good. I mean, I've read briefly pieces. I was very interested in the Forerunners, because I like Stargate. Stargate always fascinated me in the TV series, especially when he went to Atlantis. And so to me, the Forerunners are like the Atlanteans, in this case, and the technology. And then it literally, if you were having a digital series of Halo, it would be Stargate Atlantis.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right on the money. I mean, they're so close in storyline, except for the artificial intelligence portion of it. But the very similar storylines are happening there. So,
I do regret that I haven't played 5 yet.
It's here, but I haven't played it yet. But I want to play 4 for sure, because I want to really get it back. I want to see that storyline evolve in front of me.
Like they did a great job. They did a great job with the whole focus between Chief and Cortana in that game.
Exactly. This is one of those epic roles in the games. A lot of people just see games and they're like, okay, whatever. But I mean, people who watch the series, or excuse me, play the games, dive already into it. And now you're actually part of the game as you're going through it. To me, that's what drew me into the game. I mean, I was there. I was like keeping up with the stories and things are going on. And I was so disappointed that they never, ever funded the movie for this.
I think Netflix is not Netflix. I think Steven Spielberg is supposed to be directing a TV show.
They had a where's my little notes here? Come on, get with the program.
I know they did have a miniseries.
There was a miniseries that played, which was pretty cool. But again, you didn't see a lot of characters. And then the guy who made the movie, what was that movie?
The one with Spartan Locke in it?
No. This was a separate movie.
Oh.
Blumenkamp.
Oh.
The director was a guy. He was supposed to be the guy bringing it to live action. And there's out on YouTube, you will find several things. They did several TV commercials that kind of were trying to bring you into the world for the movie they wanted to see. They built a real weasel, they built a real warthog. And they used it in the, I don't know why. Don't even say it. Leave me alone. I haven't had enough caffeine today. It's terrible. But they were going to make a live action movie, and there's at least 2 or 3 clips of screen testing that's out there.
Yeah.
That are very good. I mean, they were already good, and especially when you're like, oh yes, bring me the movie. And it kind of comes in there where they, you know, between, I think it was between Halo 2 and 3 actually when it came out with that thing out there. But if you look on YouTube and look up Halo movie, you'll find it.